Hello and welcome to a Lions TV special. I'm going to call this one Return of the Jedi. Jed Wallace is back at Millwall on the loan to the end of the season. I actually knew about this last night. You're probably wondering how I got the video up so quick. I found this out last night, one short of the horse's mouth, so I couldn't put it up. I was very tempted. A few people did work out for themselves or did put it up on Twitter. They didn't get that from me. Not naming any names, Kevin Hobbs, but Jed Wallace is back. That's the main thing on loan to the end of the season. Did we need a right midfielder? There was other areas that needed strengthening more. Some would say left back, left mid, goalkeeper. I've heard a few people, a few whispers and opinions on where we should have strengthened, but Jed Wallace is a player of absolute ability and quality and plays well in our side, and that's proven. So for me, he had to come back in, which will push Fred either to the left or to the bench. In my opinion, I would drop him to the bench and stick with AOB on the left. I didn't actually know. I put out a poll yesterday on Twitter, and at the time when I put the poll out, I didn't actually know that the deal was done when I said Jed or Fred. So I didn't actually know at that point, and then I found out about an hour afterwards. So he is back. It's a shame we haven't signed him permanently, and I hope that what doesn't happen is what's happened to us many times in the past with the likes of Chris Wood and people can remember a bit further back than that, Darren Huckabee, is that we sign a player on loan for a length of time, quite a lengthy period. They do fantastic, and in the summer, some other fucker buys them. So the club needs to show a little bit of ambition. You know, a lot of people digging out Berylson saying he needs to put his hand in his pocket. Again, I've said this before, as far as I'm aware, the man puts in £500,000 at least a year to keep us afloat. But it is embarrassing that Paul Goddard is our record signing still fucking in 1990 or whatever it was. Let's hope Wallace comes back and carries on exactly where he left off last time. Debate we was having last night on Twitter, you know, Fred or Jed. The reason I give you that was you know, I'm saying if you had to play one at right midfield, who would you play? People say, you know, AOB needs to be dropped, you know, whatever. What do you think? Who should the positions be? You know, but what I can tell you is I do like AOB, and I'm warming to Fred. AOB obviously doesn't get down the wing and put a cross in, not his fault. He's a centre forward playing left midfield, so he naturally cuts in. Fred has now run at people, but he sort of seems to run out of ideas, and his final ball isn't great. This is what you'll get with Jed Wallace. Balls in like this. I mean, I know that one didn't go in, but you know, just having a look at a few clips here now, he can score goals as well. He just looks very composed. He looks a cut above the rest. You know, he looks a league above what we've got at the minute in those positions. I would personally say, you know, he links very well with Lee Gregory, and that was notable last time. And there is no reason why he can't just slot straight back into that role. Hoping he starts at Bradford on Saturday. I personally would play Jed Wallace right midfield because, as I said, he links very well with Lee Gregory. He did last time he was here. I also think that's the cue maybe for Marlon Romeo to come back into the back four because they work well together. Notably last year, I remember at Swindon that they were fantastic down that right. We absolutely tore Swindon apart in that first half. And I would stick with Aidan O'Brien left midfield. Anyone who may doubt that and think that Fred should play on the left instead, this is why Aidan O'Brien should play left midfield. Bang. There you go. The stats don't lie. Aidan Onion Bag. He's AOB for a reason. Bring Fred on, impact, whatever, or Fred on, stick him left mid if we're struggling, stick AOB up front. It's good to have options. It's great to see Jed Wallace back. Comment, you know, in the box. Let's have a chat. What do you think we should play? Do you think it should be Wallace on the right? Do you think it should be Fred on the right or Fred on the left and AOB on the bench, or AOB on the left and Jed on the right, which is what I would go with. Good to see him back. Long may it continue. Let's have a few more signings. We've still got 2 weeks to go. Let's get a goalkeeper in, and then, you know, I'm looking in at the team we've got. If you look at the team we're going to start this Saturday at Bradford, and the team that we played against Bradford in the playoff final, first leg at their ground, where we did so well that day, one of the best performances I've ever seen from Millwall. If you look at that starting 11 now to starting 11 we could potentially play on Saturday, our starting 11 this Saturday is so much more stronger. The reason being for that, you can say what you want, the new left back Craig is better than Joe Martin left back. I don't care what you say. You know, we seem to have a like for like now with Beavers in Hutchinson, Romeo will be in, or Cummins, which is both better than Edwards was. Jimmy Abdu's out the centre mid now, and Williams is on fire. Chrissy Taylor isn't as good as Jed Wallace in my opinion. and AOB on the left, he's better than Shane Fergie, or Fred on the left, he's better than Shane Fergie. I think we're going into the game this week against Bradford a lot stronger than the team that won the playoff there, leg 3-1. They've lost 3 of their last 4, or they haven't won in the last 3, something like that, Bradford. I'm not too sure. I don't look at them, I just look above. I'll see you at Bradford and Sadly if you're going. Please subscribe to Lions TV. Come on, you Lions.